I'm sorry. Let's do this again. Let's do it again. Welcome to my channel. The Underrated Dark is yours truly, no one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Shout out to my underrated one family. Underrated one family. Shout out to y'all. Let's keep on standing against the truth, stand for the truth, and fight for the truth. Very much. No Duck Zone podcast peeps. Shout out to y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We gonna get through it. Shout out to y'all. Keep up the fine work. In hashtag TWT peoples. Shout out to y'all. The mighty LDBC, that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community, also basketball community. Shout out to y'all. I thought I was talking and it was me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really apologize for that. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. Like I was saying before, that usually when I do the underrated men's talk, I usually put titles on. I don't. No, I really don't put titles on this. Because it speaks for itself. A lot of the quiet fruit. Us as men. We go through a lot of things at times in the morning. Quiet men throughout the years. Had Good morning, brother She. If you want to come up, let me know. You'd be more than welcome. More than welcome. Only men come up. So if you want to come up, let me know. Salute to you and your family. Keep up the good work. Keep up the great work. And we go through a lot. No matter if we have families or we don't have family, we go through a lot. Quite a few men throughout the years have committed suicide. Quite a few men, in the morning. Quite a few men get sick in the morning. Who's going to help them? Right? Quite a few men that need somebody to talk to, they don't have nobody to talk to in the morning. Sometimes men had to. There are also men that actually eat by themselves, and they had these certain thoughts. And some of us men that had these thoughts in our mind, like how I'm gonna get through this. There are some men that I know that do throughout the years and stuff. What about my value? I'm caring about other people's value. What about mine? And the ones that have been there for us, y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to the miss. And sometimes lady, the women had their intuitions, and us men, we have it. And you can hear me, brother She. Please press one. Please press one if you can still hear me. But we have our own intuition. Sometimes we see certain things, and it's like, uh, the morning time, that's some things that happen. Well, all I'm saying, I know I was muted, so I just repeating it. Thank you, brother She. Appreciate that. Like I said, if you want to come up, let me know. No problem. And that's why at times that when I had these men's talk, I say we got to encourage each other. We got check in, because us as men, we died in groups. We died in groups. Yeah. And now I'm gonna do more of these too. Underrated men's breakfast fellowship live. I'm gonna do more of these. I think it's important because I'm trying to find a way. Us men trying to find a way to encourage each other in the morning. There ain't really no type. I feel like New York. I'm born and raised in New York, so I throw New York in. Feel like New York. you know, we gotta laugh more instead of try. At least try. And I know sometimes us as men, it's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. Sometimes inside you want to cry. No, sometimes you want to cry. For what? The reason for what? As a human being, you need to let it out because your whole head is gonna kill us. It was one time back in 2012, right? Almost 13 years ago. This was I left New York of June of 2012, moved my brother, older brother, in Virginia, in Hampton, Virginia. And I was going through things personal in New York. I talked to you about it on the channel. I'm not gonna. I feel like we're gonna get into it. So at the time, I was working with my older brother. He was my head supervisor. So you know, and when I was working security, he put me in a site that is convenient for me to get back and forth. Now at this time, now this is at this time I got my own place. I was staying with my brother almost 4 months, but I got my own place. Now we talking about because I got it in June, so we talking about September within 3 months. Okay. So this is on Friday. I think it was Thursday, Friday, something like that. So he said, "Yeah, this you will be working at and everything. This is you and everything. Told my hours." He said, "Oh, that's cool. That's what he said. I told you I'm hooking." I said, "I know." So that was at the time he was married, and shout out to my older brother Mark. He's happily married now, so shout out to my older brother Mark. Um, and I thank him. He take me in. But it was one day, when he showed me, I was like, "Yeah, I go to this." And no, 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 no. You start to this. I believe it was on a Thursday. I think. Yeah, I think it was a Thursday. And he said that tears was coming down my eyes. I said, "What do you mean tears coming down my eyes? You tripping? You ain't no tears coming down my eyes." He said, "Yes, it is." I said, "So ex-wife," she's like, at that time she was wife. She said, "Bro, you crying. You ain't crying. What are you talking about crying?" It was actually tears came and I didn't feel it. Until like that never happened to me before. When I tear up, I know I tear up, but this is the first time it ever happened to me. And this was almost 13 years ago. Family. So my older brother said, "Man, you need to get home, you need to deal with it." Like I said, I'm not gonna get to it. I'm not gonna really get to it because I talked about it already. So I'm gonna call mommy. That's my mother was living at the time. And she passed away 7 years later, 2019. So, and that's what it really hit me because I was hurt and I was working and I was burying and stuff like that. And I was like, no. Salute to you, brother Alex. Salute to you, my brother. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Oh, everything was, I ain't had nobody reach out. Then there was other family members talking about my back. It's a lot. So so after all that, I think I was in my place. I said not. I said within a week. My new place within a week. At that time it was my new place, the old place. Now, and I talked to mom, so I got some food. My brother took me, got some food, and I got some man shirts. Con go great. I believe I got some McDonald's. You know, at the time, the apartment I was in, I ain't had no furniture. I just had like pillows, so I slept on the floor. Like I think almost 2 weeks, something like that. So I was on the floor, I just bought some glasses and stuff. And I was crying. Now telling my mom it's not fair. Mommy, it's not fair. And I remember she says, God's vengeance. You know, you gotta let it go. And then I was drinking, I just do it. Said, doink. I said, Mom's real crystal. Do you know that my mom stayed with me when I was crying almost 4 hours straight? She said, it's okay, me, baby. It's okay. I said, Mom's not fair. And that when I was 46. Now I knew some stuff was happening even before the last man. So it ain't that I was like, I don't know. I knew. But to go through that, something. And I always said to myself that wherever it is, I'm going to help men to help cope with this. Make sure you surround about that men that's supportive, that have empathy. Give you hard criticism, give you constructive criticism, because they know they believe that you can do that you can get better. Because they didn't have none of that. No. I'm gonna put the link in. Oh, man's only. Come on up. So I always said to myself, wherever I can get, I'm gonna get it. Man, and outside, of this live to help others too. But we're gonna stick to men today. We're gonna stick to men right now. I just want to throw that in so people understand what I'm saying. Before 2012 and after 2012, I see a lot of men had died. See, a lot of men has vanished. They die all around, all wherever they at, they die. They go. Sometimes we go in there, we get. They say it's our fault we die. That's our fault we is sick. Or it's our fault we going through certain things. And also, hold on one second, fam. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let me take it. I'll be right back. Hold on. Yeah, so we got to take better care of ourselves, young and old. So us as men, we have to understand, especially us as black men, that it's going to be certain times things is not going to be in our favor. Just not. It's on real men. Certain things ain't gonna be in our favor. But you know, the overly emotional ones gonna be in their favor because they cater to the go figure that out, right? Yeah, I remember my late father used to say this that I can't say the way how he said, but what he talking about that you gotta see things at face value. Sometimes you gotta, if there are things is actually telling you, you gotta see for what it is. Especially your man. He always said, always strive to be better, but make sure that your when your first mind is sharpened, make sure to be alert. I'm not saying you gotta be alert. You can't be alert to everything, but certain things need to be alert. So sometimes you gotta keep the way guys in it and just observe and see. And the ones that love you, you fight for them, but make sure they will fight for you too. Brother She,
What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's going on, my brother?
What's going on? I ain't gonna be on that long. I'm just gonna jump
That's
on
all
and say a
right.
few words. Yeah, cause my job now, man. I got cameras in my truck and stuff, so they recording everything. Can't be on the phones. Can't be touching the phones. All that, man. They got it. You know, it's the cost of doing business. Sometimes, man. Cost of doing business, but you know. A lot of times, man, I was just talking to my son about this. We don't have a lot of advocacy for men to understand things in society because, that rite of passage where the dad teaches the son, it's lost now, because society put the boys in a situation to where they can't cope with being with father because, you know, that rite of passage where you learn from your dad, it's gone, man. You got uncles and cousins, they come in, they used to teach a young boy something. Now, man,
Yep.
that bridge has been broken by society. And, the number one thing I always talk about was society standards. They put us in a situation where we're smarter than our parents. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, your child's always supposed to be to a better level than you because it's the growth right now. Look at where technology. We didn't have computers back then. We couldn't go through that. But now they
No.
got computers. They gonna be a little smarter than us. Life lessons. They not gonna have that over us. But when it comes down to it, we have the struggles that we've been through, so we understand more a little depth than they can, and we can work through things better than most of these kids do.
Mhm.
Because right now, like I say, the society standards got all these kids thinking that they smarter than their parents. They don't want to listen to parents. And the average kid thinking that they better than their parents, they end up not even well off. They end up
Uh-huh.
in jail with the struggles. Especially as the young men for us in our situation, because you know we think we can do better. We don't need our parents. You know,
Yeah.
my son, he's 24. He's still. I just last night just got out the shower. My wife told me, Josh, come in here. I said, for what? He here? He's like, yeah, he outside. It's tail light. So I go out there, I talk to him. He say, yeah, I got pulled over by the police, so I gotta get these tail lights fixed before I get in trouble. So I said, did he give you a ticket? I said, well, you can beat it when you go to court. Show the judge that you got the light bulb same day. You didn't know they was out. And I helped them, stuff like that, man. Your child is gonna always, especially young men, they're gonna always need their father in some form or another. It's been financial situations where I help my oldest son. My two youngest twins right now, I had one of them with me yesterday doing the job. I told him, I said, look at this. Look how I handle the customer. Look how I do this. This is what you need to do. And like I was telling him, a trade is always going to be a field that's going to be in existence for us to make money right now. You have a lot of blue collar jobs that's going to never go out of style. White collar jobs, they come and go. But the blue collar jobs, man, working with your hands, you're going to always have a job because there's a need for that. A lot of people don't want to work with their hands. You know how many people don't even want to touch a toilet, let alone but just to use the bathroom in it. That's it. They don't want to take a toilet out. Like, we was having a conversation, me and the great Dr. Anwar, you know, big discussion 76.
Mm.
Dr. Dunbar. We had the discussion and we was talking about him changing his toilet out. I said, man, I hope he wore gloves. And he was like, yeah, I think I did. I don't remember. I probably did. I said, if you didn't, I said, man, you need to wash your hands as good as possible. I said, get some type of Clorox cleaner, because you got to understand that bacteria and feces, man, it is strong, man. You sit there and wipe your face, then you start getting rashes, then don't let
Yeah.
you touch your lips or something like that. Man, you ingesting bacteria that's, feces. That's why there's a whole nother topic about these women going to Dubai, or this men talk, we ain't gonna talk about that, but stuff like that, man, it's crazy. So,
Yeah.
but like I'm saying, That skill right there, me and him just having that conversation. And I was telling him, man, a lot of people don't have a lot of knowledge because it wasn't taught. So for us to go seek the knowledge, man, it helps. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, I was one of the young men when my father wasn't there. He died, but I had uncles, I had coaches, and they grew me to be a good young man. Became an adult, and now I'm teaching my sons and getting them to influence the same as I got. Put them in sports, be around good coaches. One of
Yeah.
my sons, well, both of them in track now, and they track coaches, excellent man. So, hey, shout out to him, man, because he's working with those kids, man. And sometimes I say with these kids now, man, I don't know how these teachers doing it because back in the day, teachers used to just raise their hand or just snap their finger and say something. Now you got to almost get in the child's face and threaten them for them to, actually take you serious.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
but let me jump off here. Let me go ahead and do this run. But I shot y'all later, man. I'm gonna still be looking in the back.
All right. Thank you, brother She, as always.
All right now.
All right. That's brother She. It's true. Any brother James J, if you want to come up, you can. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on for one. Hold for 1 second, family. Hold for 1 second. Hold for 1 second. Shout out to y'all. There's just the link right there. Men's only. Um, might want to come up. Any man want to come up? They can. But yeah, but brother, what brother She is talking about? Yeah, that's what we gotta do. And also, us men, no matter your father or not, gotta sit down with your sons and let them know that you're valuable. No, we need to have more discuss. We need to have more discussion than that. How you could conduct yourself as a man. Because there are some men trying to devalue you. Nah, you ain't gonna punk me like that. No, I just want to have a discussion thing and understand that us as men, we go through a lot in the morning. You know, get up in the morning, try to be very productive. Certain places that you go still don't get respected. For real man. But the overly emotional men get respected. Shake your head. You know, I was talking to one of the brothers, He be on here, and I talk to him sometime outside the space. You know, when I did some food shopping, she was a church goer, and she was giving out dinner. So you know, on the red light, she gave these two, a couple of TV dinner. So I said, yeah, can I have one? I know she had some tea. I mean, not TV. That she had dinners in the back. I know she had dinners in the back, and she just looked at me and roll her window shut. I said, wow. And then we gotta deal with that sometimes, man. There are some women that like overly emotional men, and men like overly emotional men. They like some, that is. But I'm just saying that you are valued. You know, before I had to get some. I said, man, I had to get some more stuff for the house and everything. I look in the mirror. I said, pray to God to bless everybody, even the ones that don't want to acknowledge you, even they don't want to acknowledge, others. Acknowledge everybody. I've got to say, but let God know that thank you. To wake me up in the morning that still see me as a human being, still see me value in part of your family. Despite my imperfections, I make mistakes in them. My flaws and everything. I just want to keep on keep being better. Sometimes us as men, we sometimes we need a little pickup too. No. And, sometimes, man, we see things. We like, we see certain things. Oh, and we know what's up. We know what a TikTok is. In the morning. No. But again, they always try to make us real men. We stupid or something. You know, something's wrong with you. Wait. Just keep on being the better you, man. Despite what people say that you don't have this or you don't have that, you are still valued. Finance do not make you a man. Having the abundance don't make you a man. You have character and morals, stand up for what's right. That's what counts. And understand that God made you as a man and respect that. What's up, brother James J? If you want to come up, you can come up, brother James J. And that's what it's all about. Stand firm. Stand firm? What's true? Stand firm of who you are as a man, and God knows you. And along the way, you're going to get hurt. Along the way, you're going to get a little angry. Being disgusted. Being betrayed. Being agitated. Being misquoted. I can go on and on. But no matter what, you still be you. Just keep on acquiring eternal knowledge. Very important. Always learn. You keep a smile on your face. Keep the smile on your face, even though sometimes it's hard. Just keep smiling on your face. Keep a smile on your face that you have times that you know that your distance and your conversation is not respected. Keep a smile on your face. Try. Just try. Now I know it's hard. Just try. Just try. Put a smile on your face. There are some people don't even want to be bothered. Keep a smile on your face. Keep a smile on your face that there are some people trying to pull something over you. Keep a smile on your face. Make sure you pray to God too. Keep a smile on your face that people personally trying to make you feel that you misunderstood, that you understood, misunderstood. Keep a smile on your face. And again, I know it's hard. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Sometimes you have to cry. You have to cry. I see men throughout the years of my lifetime. I see men, I actually see men crying, crying walking, crying in their car, crying at their job. Even sometimes crying playing sports. I remember I was playing, this is when I was living in New York at the time. And me and his brother, I'm not gonna say me and his brother best of friends. He was a little older than me, but we grew up together. And I ain't seen him in years, so seen him in years. So this happened years ago. You know? Matter of fact, he had see my last name was his first name. This is his first name, so I'm not gonna tell you that. But I said, yo, what's going on, man? Like, I know you playing and stuff like that, man. So I don't even want to go home, bro. What do you mean you don't want to go home? So he's crying, I don't want to go home. And he was telling me what's going on. I was like, wow. Actually crying. See, he didn't want to go home. He said, sometimes I go play ball, I park my car, because he live in the house. I park my car in the garage and I just sit there. I sit there for hours. And that's real. So the most important thing now, they respect each other. I said that about a little over 54 minutes ago. We gotta respect each other. I know there are other men um, in space that these men's talking and everything, and it's cool and everything. What's up, Venus? How you doing? But be happy. Wherever you do, be happy. Things will get better. And he even didn't want to announce us as men, real men. God announced us. That's all it counts. And in the few. Now let me say this. There's other men like you in a relationship. Why you can't get James J? Keep on trying. If you can't understand, you always comment in the chat. But it's great to see you again, brother James J. And the women that support men, we salute you. That fight for men's rights, we salute you. Thank you. But they go through it too. You know. And you got some people say you need to keep yourself busy. You need to do this and that. Well, what you think us as real man support? What you think us real man is doing? Especially in Virginia, they don't have nothing for men. They don't have nothing for groups. At this pandemic hit, nope. No. There's people say, hey, you can go to the library. Library for what? That's what I'm saying. Very important. I'm cutting that back and forth because sometimes the camera, the camera, I don't know what's wrong with the camera. I don't know. I'm going in and out. I mean, to cover it in, I don't know. Well, that's why I do these. That's what I said. I gotta do more of these. I gotta do more underrated men's breakfast fellowship live. I gotta do more because most of these men now, right now, they die in the morning, dropping like fly, man, dropping like cattle. They dropping like cattle. But I don't want to make it seem that I'm just talking about that. We could talk about anything, talk about sports. We gotta learn to talk. Everybody, I know most men. Sometimes we talk politics. Sometimes it can be a drag. Sometimes we talk about sports, talk about health. Talk about a relationship. What you bring to the table. How what we could do to help your marriage, to help a relationship. Have resources. Provide some resources. That's very important. Because sometimes we can help a man get some resources. You'd be surprised how helping that is. That could be a game changer. That could be a game changer. Sometimes we can talk, yeah, I'm in love. I found a woman good to me and stuff like that. What's wrong? What's wrong? Talk about that. She respect my values. You know. But I talk about stuff like that. You know, us men, sometimes you got to stop being bitter. Sometimes we go through hurt, go through betrayal. You know, instead of hurting, you know, I'll take it the best of you. That's the thing. I'm not trying to tell y'all what time, but get over it and stuff like that, because I don't want nobody to tell me how to get over it. No, try not to drag it out. That you start to alienate good people. Very important, man. Um, I just want to get on to let men know that I understand, especially us as black men. Let's keep on work on it with ourselves and some men that wants to change. You know, that's very important. You know, want the men to change. What's wrong? You know, have men change. That's the best feeling in the world. And that's the thing. Not setting your own ways, man. Yep. Nobody not willing to come on. I'm gonna cut this off. Cut this off in a few minutes. Go to the doctor. Get go to me too. Go to the doctor. Get them checkups. That's very important. If y'all can hear me, press one. If y'all can still hear me, press one. Very important. Take the walks. Take walks. You know, be in the element. That is very important. Be within the element. Clear your mind. Thank you, Brother C. And the ones that, like Brother C, holding the family down, doing the right thing, we need to commit them. Well, I mean, we need to tell them we're proud of them. And he's not just he's not just be there for family, but he being there for us as a people, being there for our community. We need to tell them that we appreciate it. Cause I know at times, outside he reach out to me. Make sure he's fine. I said, hey, you got a family. Well, you don't make it to him. He's my brother. You live by yourself. I want to make sure you're all right. We need to keep brothers like that. We need to encourage brother like me that lives by himself that you value too. Brother GP, better known as Brother Go Professor. He always say, the black man is not lazy. Shout out to Brother She We here, and also shout out to Brother Go Professor. Hold on. Sorry, Daniel. Yeah. You know, us as men, we not gonna be respected. You know? Especially in this world. People in this world right now, we not. So we gotta take whatever it is and make the best of it. But stand up being a man. We don't lower our values. We don't lower our commitment as staying being a man. We don't lower have a character, morals and convictions as being a man. No matter injustices still be happening. Stay be a man. Commit the other man that wants to be helped. Don't let society know they don't need no help. No. But pick and choose though too. Because there are some see this is overly emotional men feel. They feel everything's supposed to be entitled to them. Real men, we don't think that. Oh, I need to be I'm entitled that somebody talk to me. Oh, I'm entitled if I go through certain things. Oh, somebody, I'm entitled to this and that. Come on, come on. Why nobody don't want to talk to me? Hey, I, I'm talking about overly emotional men. I'm not talking about us as real men when we solid what we saying. Not talking about us, no. Because there are some you not want to talk to us as real men anyway. They don't. Hold on. Hold on, family. Hold on. Let me. I spelled something. So hold on, family. I'm still going. Y'all still hearing me. But we have to understand that. We have to understand there are certain conversations we not gonna be part of it. We have to understand that. That's the way it is. Hold on, man. No problem. We have to understand that us as real men, that there are certain conversations that we are going to be discriminated. These are facts. No matter what color, no matter what nationality you come from. But you know, yeah. We have to understand that. Is it fair? No, it's not fair. But we have to understand we ain't the only ones going through it. We have to understand there are some conversations are catering to overly aggressive men and the Sims. We have to understand that. Because they are to me, I'm telling you this. They are still legit on conversations us as men that they are having right now. They are. But there are some that they complain. But there are some legit issues as a man that we get to discuss. There are some I want to be bothered with you. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see you. At the same time, they won't be bothered with you. We understand that. It happens. But we gotta push on. You have to understand we go to certain places, they don't want to serve you. Because we had that. It's there. I just try to stay on here as long as I can. In case any man that wants to come up. Thanks, Brother She, to come up. Appreciate that. So they could put their math on this. And it doesn't have to talk about what we talking about. It could be anything else. We talk about sports. I'm saying we talk about sports. Talk politics. Anything. But again, I have to say this again. To us as men, we are dying. A lot of us is dying in the morning. And I'm gonna keep on emphasizing that. It is. Oh, no one grind. You making it up? I'm not making nothing up. There are men throughout the years. 9 in the morning. It could be many things, guys. It don't have to be like, oh, yeah, you know, it happens. It happens. Will it be sickness? Yes. Like I said, I'm gonna stay a few more minutes. Nobody will come. I'm gonna cut this out. Most likely, I'll probably be back on later on. I might be back later on. It really depends. But us, man, trying to make ourselves useful as much as we can. Do that for yourself and help others. And you do count. Remember that. You do count. So there are some assassinating your character. We got quite a few of them talked about. So, no, we got a lot. Oh, this man ain't doing it. This man ain't doing that. Try to make themselves look big. You keep on being the man you are. That's what counts. And I'm not saying that you ain't gonna be hurt about it. You'll be agitated. You know? Yeah, I get it. Hey, I I be angry. I angry too. Of course, to go somewhere that you know that what else going on to me like that? You know, somebody talk behind your back. Who? I'm sorry, I'm serious. Hold on for 1 second. Well, fam and grade to get off here. This is the last of the underrated men's breakfast fellowship live. I might be on later on. I don't think so. An update, but us as men, let's step up our value. We are value, right? And the ones that is with us, you know the value. Make sure they know, right? Remember that. Real men, we got to stand up. Got to help our others, and the ones who don't want to be helped, that's on them. But you do count. Just remember that. You count. I'll be off my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best catch secrets on social media. Shout out to the miss. All right? All right. Y'all have a blessed one. And all that too. Yes.